Hello guys, welcome to the Benko Gambit Theory part 3. If you remember, in the last video we talked about the defense of the b2 pawn for white. Now we are on the black side and we are going to talk how can black increase the pressure on b2, because black want to make everything he can for put more pressure on b2, because it don't want allow the c1 bishop of white to develop. So there are two ways to increase the pressure on b2, and the first one is to double the rook on the b file, and in doing that it is a good idea to put the b rook, the b8 rook on b4. And there are two main reasons. The first is the attack on the e4 pawn, and the second is that now it is possible to install a knight on c4, and after rook b4, rook a8 to b8, and the pressure on b2 is increased. The second way to increase the pressure is to make the maneuver with the queen knight from d7 to b6, and now it is possible to play knight from b6 to c4 if we want to increase the pressure on b2 and even control a bit more the e5 square. But it is possible even knight to a4, and this is useful if we want to attack the knight on c3. Generally, the white player, after a move like knight e4, he don't want to trade, but he played knight to d1 for defend this pawn, and even prepare the knight to jump on e3. Sometimes black is not interested on the pressure on the b file, but he wants to make pressure along the a file, attacking the a2 pawn. And in this case I think the most appropriate move is rook a7, because after rook e1 threatening to play e4 to e5, queen a8 is very good, because not only discourage this pawn push because of the pressure on d5, but even put the black queen in the same diagonal of the white king, the h1 a8 diagonal. But not only this sequence is possible, the black queen can play along the h1 a8 diagonal, even by moving the queen on c7, and after rook a1 queen b7. It's almost the same. Additionally, black can increase the pressure of the queen in this diagonal by playing moves like e6 or e4 later in the right moment. You can find an example of these kinds of move in the game that I've already posted, the Benko Gambit game number 1. I will put a link to this video in this page. And now we return from the white side, and we are going to discuss how white can stop the pressure on the A and B file. The idea is to set up a blockade on the A and B file, but generally it is possible to do that only in a later stage of the game. The blockade starts with B3, and we have to be sure that the discover attack don't make trouble on white position. But this is just an example. Don't consider the king sides for the moment. After b3 we continue with the example queen b6, and the next move for the blockade is a4, rook fb8 and knight b5, queen a6. We can see that now the pressure is decreased. Seems that white position is fine now, but the danger is still behind the corner, because black can try to undermine the white blockade by playing c5 to c4, and after b takes c4, this pawn is weak because it is in a half open file, and if for some reason it falls, the threat is rook takes b5, and the pawn capture is not possible, because if a takes b5, queen takes a1, and the game for white is lost. So maybe you understand why the blockades don't start with the move a4, because after rook fb8, knight b5 is a losing move, again because of the same variation. A rook take b5 and the pawn capture is impossible. White game is lost again. The conclusion is, if white wants to make a good blockade, he has to put a solid control of the c4 and a4 square, and be always careful. Okay, with this last topic we finish to talk about the king walk variation. In the next video we will take a look, start to take a look to the fianchetto system. Bye bye.